Hi, I'm Jeff Haynes, editor at Tech Bargains, and today we're bringing you a video review of the Lenovo IdeaPad Tablet K1. Tablets are extremely popular. In fact, at least 65% of Tech Bargains readers indicated in our recent holiday survey that they planned on buying a tablet this holiday season. Computer manufacturers aren't blind to this, which is why just about every single one of them has a tablet on store shelves. Lenovo is trying to make their own stamp on the tablet market by introducing the IdeaPad Tablet K1. Obviously, the big question is, will this tablet suit your needs? The IdeaPad K1 we reviewed was powered by the Nvidia Tegra 2 dual-core ARM Cortex-A9 processor running at 1 GHz with 1 GB of DDR2 RAM. The slate comes with a 10.1-inch multi-touch touchscreen with a native resolution of 1280 by 800. It packs a rear-facing 5-megapixel camera and front-facing 2-megapixel camera. It also comes with 32 GB of solid-state storage, which can be further expanded by up to an additional 32 GB via microSD card. The K1 also comes with full Wi-Fi and Bluetooth support and an ambient light sensor. At first glance, the K1 appears to be an incredibly solid and well-put-together device. The system is distinctive with its aluminum silver body, glossy black bezel, and rubberized black undercoating. The tablet feels a bit denser than other systems on the market, thanks to a weight that tips the scales at 1.65 pounds. While it's a bit beefy, some of this is balanced out by the rubberized grip, which helps you hold onto the device longer. However, this also comes with a caveat, because the undercoating feels a little cheap. Pressing in on the back to grip the device made it feel like our fingers would go through the system, snapping it in half. Another factor that plays into the K1's favor, however, is its rather speedy startup times from cold boot states. While the fastest tablet on the market from a cold boot remains the iPad 2 at under 30 seconds, the K1 comes very close to giving Apple's tablet a run for its money, running between 35 and 45 seconds when the system has been completely powered off. Awakening the device from sleep is rather quick as well, taking between half a second and a second to be ready for use. We weren't sure why the system required the power button to be held in for multiple seconds to turn the tablet on during a cold boot, but that's a minor concern. Considering that the device will probably be left in standby mode for the most part, this means that the K1 will be ready to go almost instantly. It's coupled with the fact that the K1 comes with a rather strong battery life. With some basic files open, as well as light usage of the K1, you can easily get around 8.5 hours of life out of the system. Running more graphically intensive apps or streaming movies can wear the battery out faster, giving you between 5 and 6.5 hours depending upon how many background apps are being used. We like that the device came with Android 3.1, primarily because Honeycomb is a very flexible and customizable operating system packed with widgets and other tweakable features. Lenovo decided to go one step further and place its own stamp on the device. Usually, a company doing something like this can involve bloatware or programs that most users instantly delete. However, Lenovo did a solid job with most of its customization, and these changes are actually rather useful. The most noticeable one is the Lenovo Launcher, which allows you to instantly launch video, magazine, email, and music players from the home screen. You can further customize your experience with the included app wheel at the bottom right of the screen, which allows you to add your favorite apps for instant access without navigating through menus. Lenovo also added a layer icon, further giving additional control over managing applications. By pulling up this icon, users can close or switch between running apps without having to return to the home screen, making app use easier than ever. To round out some of the customized experience, Lenovo has an all-encapsulated experience known as Social Touch, which gathers a user's calendar, email accounts, Facebook, and Twitter feeds into one cohesive online social experience. It's a very useful aggregation feature we frequently used in our tests, although it did appear to be a bit slower than many other third-party apps or direct posts to your social or email services. We frequently notice lags of up to 5 minutes between updates compared to other devices or computers. But if your email, Facebook posts, or tweets don't need to be immediately sent, it's a great compiler of your online activity. Lenovo also went somewhat above and beyond the call of what many other Android tablet manufacturers do by adding more than 30 preloaded apps on the device. For instance, the K1 is the first device that comes preloaded with Netflix, but it also comes with the Amazon Kindle app and many other programs. Some of these apps are free apps or trial apps, like Need for Speed Shift or Fruit Ninja. But others, like Documents to Go, are up to $15 on the Android marketplace, making the installation of these apps a serious value for consumers. Apart from the decision to add lots of apps to the tablet, It also decided to add the Lenovo App Shop to complement the Android marketplace. The App Shop is a curated store where Lenovo's technicians have verified the free and billable apps are issue-free and optimized for their K1 tablet. It might not be as robust as the marketplace, but it's good to know that the company is trying to provide a service to help users. Coupled with Appverse for Lenovo users to share their thoughts about different programs, it's a very intelligent way for the company to build community around their tablets. However, one of the strongest selling points for the K1 tablet has to be its price. At $499 for the 32GB version, the tablet provides twice the space of the cheapest iPad 2 for the exact same price. If you consider the ability to expand the storage of the tablet by installing a 32GB microSD card, you can easily get a 64GB tablet for $200 less than what Apple is charging for their largest tablet. Saving that much cash, but having access to the exact same amount of space is a very large value, especially for fans of the Android operating system. But the K1 tablet isn't exactly perfect. There are both hardware and software issues that complicate use of the device, such as the decision to lock access to the microSD card door. Lenovo includes a tool to pop the card door open, but it's entirely too easy to lose the device, forcing you to rely upon a pin or paperclip to swap microSD cards. Similarly, Lenovo decided to add proprietary cables for data transfer and charging, which would cause additional issues, not to mention expense, if you lose these cables as well. We also thought it was odd to include a home button on an Android device. While it can be used to exit apps, it's unnecessary to the use of the tablet. Both the Layers function and the Home function on the navigation bar can handle closing of apps, and with the exception of taking screenshots, which seems to be the most effective use of the button, it's superfluous to the device. Finally, there's no USB slot here, which seems like a weird choice given the fact that there's a USB and micro USB port on Lenovo's ThinkPad tablet. It would have been a nice inclusion for this device. All of these issues added up add to some very weird hardware choices for the tablet. Plus, while it was specifically designed for multimedia, its presentation is hit or miss. For instance, if you happen to be playing songs, some games, or movie files that you've saved to the device or SD card, you'll get decent sound. But if you're trying to stream a video, it'll frequently sound subdued or muted, forcing you to rely upon headphones for any decent audio quality. Similarly, the screen, which was extremely glossy and reflective, displayed sharp images and content for saved video files or games. But if you're looking at sites like Hulu or ESPN, you'll notice lots of pixelation. Apart from streamed content, we found other issues with the screen. Yes, it suffers from typical glossy screen issues, but the biggest problem was that the screen wouldn't always recognize input commands. Sometimes it would take 2 or 3 separate button presses to close an app or launch a program, which made the tablet seem pretty unresponsive. Then again, we were surprised given the strength of the Tegra 2 processor that the device still seemed sluggish now and then. We've run into this problem with other tablets using the same processor and Honeycomb, and it doesn't seem to have been resolved by Lenovo with the K1. It was particularly noticeable with the animated backgrounds, but this even stood out with basic backgrounds and transitions from the home screen to other desktop pages. We also noticed it during app minimization and screen orientation from portrait to landscape mode and back again. We're not entirely sure what the bottleneck is, but it's pretty noticeable when you've been using the device for multiple hours. Then again, we also ran into a number of times when the tablet would crash or freeze inexplicably. It's a bit disappointing to have the tablet stop working without a specific reason you can put your finger on. Finally, as a minor issue, we wish that the K1's data input was a bit different. The keyboard accessory is great because it acts as a stand, but the keys felt too soft and inaccurate, and typing the review of the tablet on the tablet took twice as long as necessary because it wouldn't recognize a space or would drop letters during use. At least the typing on the screen is better, but it's somewhat unsatisfying. Perhaps it's because of the screen recognition issues or the lack of haptic feedback that makes us feel this way. We like the Lenovo IdeaPad Tablet K1 primarily because it's a relatively inexpensive alternative to the iPad that offers a powerful processor, loads of storage space, and a customizable experience that Lenovo has further tweaked to make it more comfortable for users. However, it's held back by curious hardware issues, software sluggishness, and media problems that keep it from being the perfect portable experience. But we think that Android fans will like this device, which is why we decided to give the Lenovo IdeaPad Tablet K1 a 3.5 out of 5. For up to the second news and deals, be sure to follow @TechBargains, which is our Twitter feed. And for the latest news and reviews, as well as coupons and deals on tablets like the Lenovo IdeaPad Tablet K1, be sure to check out techbargains.com.